Hey everyone, it's Julie. Today is Sunday the 27th of September 2009 and it is my weigh-in day. I had a good week. I lost. I'm not losing like a ton every time, but I'm losing pretty consistently, so I'm pretty happy about that. I weighed in today at 247.8, so that's down 1.3 from last week, and overall since my beginning 3.4 since my start weight. So I'm not down a ton, but I'm down, and that makes me very happy. So I've had kind of an interesting weekend, a little bit of going out, and first time I went out was yesterday, so Saturday, and we went to the Olive Garden for lunch. I was with my mom and my sister, and I wanted to try to be as healthy as I could, so I looked up the nutrition information, and what we did is we got soup and salad, and I got the minestrone, which is the lower calorie of the soup. I only ate 2 breadsticks, which is fantastic because typically I would eat probably at least 4, and that would be on the conservative side. And I probably would have had 2 bowls of soup, but I only had 1 bowl of soup, and I really only had a little bit of salad. And I think it was a very successful dining out. We were sitting next to a table that had 3 women, and they were eating all this like decadent, delicious looking stuff, you know, delicious pastas and pizzas, and they all got dessert and had really yummy looking drinks, and I had water, and I love water, so don't get me wrong, I actually don't drink soda. I stopped drinking soda when I got pregnant with my daughter because I guess the fetus doesn't do well with caffeine. Oops, sorry. And so I really have never picked it up again. For some reason it just doesn't taste as good to me. It's a little too much, the fizziness, the overpoweringness. So I actually typically only drink water, but they had like smoothies or something, and they looked so good, like some kind of a mixed drink, and I was like, that looks good, I want some. But I was good. I was really good. So Saturday I was really good. That evening I actually had a girlfriend come over who has recently had a gastric bypass. And she's kind of an interesting girl. I actually knew her in junior high, and we met up again probably about 4 months ago on Facebook. And it was funny because at first I couldn't even remember who she was. I hadn't seen her since probably 9th grade in junior high, and so it was kind of, you know, I just couldn't recognize her. I recognized her name, but I just couldn't place her. And then I remembered who she was, and she's been heavy since she was in probably elementary school for quite some time, and she chose to have a gastric bypass, as I mentioned, pretty recently. And, you know, I don't know her history. As I mentioned, we just actually really caught up about 4 months ago, probably, and I don't know if she's dieted off and on, what she's done. I know she's recently lost a little bit of weight before she had her gastric bypass, but since her gastric bypass, she's probably lost, I think, 30 or 40 pounds, so it's come off pretty quick. But we were chatting, and I mentioned that I was dieting, which I know a lot of people don't like that word, but I mean, I consider it a diet. You know, it's just a word I use. It works. It's not a negative word for me, so I don't, well, I mean, I guess it sometimes can be negative, but not really. So I mentioned to her that I was on a diet and that I was watching what I was eating, and she says, well, why are you doing that? And I was really confused. I was like, why would she ask me why I'm trying to diet? You know, I'm clearly overweight. She's actually weighing less than I am now. She started out about 20 pounds higher than me, but now is weighing less. And I just was thinking, well, why wouldn't I diet? You know, you're at a lesser weight than me now, and you're still losing weight. And, you know, you wanted to lose weight, so you have this gastric bypass. And it really kind of made me wonder, like, what she was trying to say. And so, I mean, ultimately, I don't have anything against people who have a gastric bypass. For me, realistically, I don't think I could handle it. Shortly after she had her gastric bypass, we went out to dinner at Denny's, and this was before I was trained to eat healthy, and, you know, I just got a sandwich, fries, and a drink, and she got this tiniest little piece of ham. It was probably like that big, and I just thought, this would be miserable, you know, even if you're eating healthy, but yet you're still able to eat, it's better than being confined to such small amounts of, you know, what your stomach size is now after having a gastric bypass. And so she made me realize that I could probably never do that because I enjoy food way too much, and her limitations and restrictions just wouldn't work for me. So I was kind of actually a little bit offended, to be honest, at her asking me why I was not losing weight. You know, maybe she was trying to say I should have a gastric bypass, which, like I said, I'm not against, but it's just not something I could do, and maybe, you know, I don't know. So I thought that was kind of strange, but it works. But for some reason later that night I had the worst craving for something salty, and in particular I wanted French fries. I was desperate for French fries, and I almost had my husband convinced to go get us French fries, but he backed out at the last second, luckily for us. Unfortunately though, that craving did carry on till today, and I decided to give in. So for dinner tonight, my husband and myself and our baby, we went to Red Robin. And I tried to eat the best thing I could get. I got a chicken sandwich with no sauce. It did have bacon and cheese on it, but I took half the bacon off, and I just used yellow mustard. I ate most of my sandwich, and I did eat all my fries, but I still think it was better than it could have been. I checked it out on their website afterward, and it turns out it was probably about 1110 calories for the meal I had. And that would be having eaten the whole sandwich with the full serving of bacon, which I said I did take half the bacon off. So somewhere around probably 1,000 calories still. But I feel okay with that. I didn't eat awful today. Breakfast, I had a pretty small breakfast because I was kind of planning on eating something out. And then for lunch I had a tuna fish sandwich that was all light. And so it wasn't too bad. So I think it turned out okay. So yeah, that's about it. I mean, there's really not much going on since my last update on Thursday, so I unfortunately didn't get much exercise in this weekend. I did walk around a little bit on Saturday. Nothing fantastic, but I did a little. So this week I'm just counting on upping my exercise. I'd like to work out at least 3 times this week. This week is going to be kind of difficult for me because I get really busy at the end of the month with my job, and so I'm hoping to be able to find that time. I sometimes put in a lot of hours at the end of the month. So I'm hoping to get some good exercise in, and we'll just see how it goes. So I just want to thank everyone for watching my videos. I appreciate everyone who subscribes, comments, and rates, and so please keep watching and check me out. So bye everyone, have a good week. Bye.